Hello, Yoga for Arthritis community. This is Dr. Stephanie Munaz, founder of Yoga for Arthritis and author of Yoga Therapy for Arthritis with Singing Dragon Press. I'm excited to be offering this new video feature where I'm going to be answering your real questions that are posed to us via the website and over social media. The book is chock full of information, but I also want to answer whatever specific burning questions you may have about this topic. Because if you have the question, I am sure you're not the only one, and this is another way for us all to explore the topic further. So the question I'm going to answer in this segment is, what can I do to help someone who cannot put pressure on knees? I'm thinking of postures such as crescent lunge, where the back knee is down, and related ones. I suppose a cushion under the knee may help, but the knee would still be in the same position. Okay, so that's a great question. And I get a lot of questions about how asana can be modified for people who have arthritis in this or that particular joint. And the knees are the most common site for arthritis, and if you've been to any of my workshops or trainings, you've heard me talk all about the structure of the knee and why this is, but I won't get into that here. And so the author of this question is correct that putting a cushion under the knees can help. And by cushion, for some people, it's just having two mats or having a thicker mat. For some people, they're going to want a folded blanket or a bolster or a pillow or some other cushion. It's also possible to do a variation of that particular pose that doesn't have any weight on the back knee. So you can go into a crescent lunge where the back knee is off of the floor, provided the individual has the strength to be able to support that. And it can be made more stable by putting chairs on either side to hold onto with the hands for stability or blocks. And this actually comes up in a lot of postures in yoga where the knees are down in the posture. And so usually we think, well, let's put a little bit of cushioning under the knees, and that certainly can help. Also changing the angle. So if the angle of the knee is greater or lesser, it means that the weight is distributed slightly differently in the posture. And so the pressure is going to be on a different part of the knee. And moving the pressure from one place to another can mean the difference between pain and no pain for a particular individual. But we also want to think even more creatively than that. How can we do this posture so that there's no weight in the knee? And that may even in some cases mean taking the posture over to the wall or flipping the posture upside down. So the more you do this work, the more you'll be able to come up with variations on the spot. In the book, we do have, for many of the classic yoga asana, we have a bunch of different images with variations for you to look at, but that's just a starting place. For any given posture, maybe we put 4 or 6 variations, but there are infinite ways that you can do any pose. And so I encourage you to get creative and to explore that. And really, when I started doing this work, most of what I learned about how to modify the postures came from collaborating with the students. So you want to not be shy about saying, how does this feel? Is this working? Do you have another idea? How about if we try this? And if you're in a class setting, you can even ask, does anybody else have any ideas about how we might do this differently? What's working for you? And it was through that sense of curiosity, a beginner's mind, and being willing to try things out that I've learned many of the strategies that I'm still using today. So I hope that that's helpful in general about the modification of poses, in particular about pressure on the knees, and specifically about the crescent pose.